Good morning, Vietnam.
What?
Hello, Gabby Gabbers. Gabby is up front. And we are on a buggy ride. That is the previous group coming in. And
the open one.
hi, Gabby. Alright.
So this is a
He's
right-handed,
not pulled up, is he?
right-handed.
Okay.
I think this is the biggest. The biggest.
Alright.
Come here.
It's the
Alright.
it's right-handed.
Welcome to Lancaster County, folks. The horse's name is Chester. My name's Ruthie. If you have any questions along the way, don't hesitate to ask. And I'll try to put them off as long as I can. My name's Ruthie. And I'm just joking on that, though.
You want to put
This
your-
horse is
your
big. What kind of horse is that?
This is like a standard bred. We got some other ones that are a little larger.
Wow, really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Probably the ones that you're used to the farms, right?
To pull, the ones on the wagons
Oh.
are bigger than these.
Oh.
Yep. Now right over here off to the right, that cream colored building, that's one of the many schoolhouses here in Lancaster County used by the Amish. They go to school grades 1 through 8, and the teacher is usually a young female between the ages of 16 and 18 when they start teaching.
Really?
Oh.
Basically just turning around and teaching what they were taught in school.
Wow.
And there's about 157 of those one-room schoolhouses here in Lancaster County. That way the kids don't have to walk more than about 2 miles to school.
Wow.
This was
So they only walked.
Yeah.
No school buses.
no. Now if they're crossing over a major highway, you know, then the kids can ride a school bus for safety issues. But most of them walk.
That's so many. 150.
It's like one school district in New York.
You got the 1 horsepower here.
Yeah.
Abby. 1 horsepower.
Excited.
Yeah. Right over here beside us is Kaufman's. It's a Mennonite-owned store.
Oh, it's a Mennonite?
Yep. And if you've never tried apple cider, they have the best around.
We did try.
Did you?
Yes, it's
Going
the
there.
best.
Yeah.
It's the best. I agree with you.
Kaya pala. Apple cider.
Where are you folks from?
New York.
New York.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Can you go there later?
Yeah. We're gonna get an apple cider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that horse dancing. It's dancing. It's the dancing horse.
This is the other one.
Now up here on the left, all these trees that you see, they'll be full of peaches come summertime.
Oh.
Up around the bend, there's different kinds of apple trees, pears, plums, you name it. And they all belong to Kaufman's. They have 80 acres of orchards.
Wow.
And this past summer, they just started a U-pick section.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, see, these guys are bigger than these. What
Oh.
we have.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's
Bigger
true.
horses. Yep.
Now right here, this house is the back half of the house that was right across the street from where we left.
Uh-huh.
And you notice the gravel track. He trains horses for the harness race track.
Oh.
And then the owners take them to different areas, and if they don't qualify or they lose a race, then they get sent out to different areas and the Amish bid on them, and that's what becomes a carriage horse.
Oh. So this is like a what? A second grade, third
Yeah.
grade horses?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
But they do fine for this. Yeah.
They enjoy it.
leaves are coming out.
Yep,
Yeah, they're
peaches.
starting to bud. If we can ever get rid of winter, they'll.
Yes.
Now these two houses here on the left, a lot of times you'll see electric lights on in the windows. That's the best way to know that it is not an Amish
Amish.
home.
Oh.
They're connected to the grid, huh?
Nope, nope.
Nope. Whoa.
And
Hey.
there's not one area that just the Amish live. They're mixed in with everybody else. This next house here is a Mennonite home. And over in Europe in the 1500s, the Roman Catholics, they baptized babies. There was a group of people that broke away from them over that. At first they were known as Anabaptists. Later became known as the Mennonites. My family comes from the Mennonite background, and we believe that if you join the Mennonite church and you don't live by the rules, you should be banned from the community, from the communion table.
Oh.
Then in the 1600s, there was a smaller group that broke away from the Mennonites, not over religious beliefs, but they were taught that if they don't follow the church rules, they should be banned from the community. And they are what is known as the Amish today.
Ooh.
So the Amish and the Mennonites, they believe the same. It's just that the Amish are a lot more conservative than us Mennonites.
Conservative in what sense?
They don't use cars.
Okay.
They don't have electricity.
That they're against their religious belief.
In the book of Matthew, it talks about being part or in the world, but not of the world.
Not of
And
the
they
world.
interpret
Okay.
that if they use electricity, then they become part of the world.
Oh.
So, now right here in the pasture, you'll see that pole sticking up there.
Uh-huh.
That's the Amish pulleys.
For the laundries?
Yep.
or-
That way
To
the women
dry.
can send the wash down the line
Yeah.
instead of lugging the basket.
That's nice. No, the pole with a pulley.
And if you look at the houses, you'll see
Some
pull shades in the windows.
Uh-huh.
That is the best way to spot an Amish house here in Lancaster County.
Which is what?
The pull
Pull
shades
shade.
in the windows, I
Uh-huh.
can see like 1/4 of the way down the windows, there's a line.
Line over here, yeah.
And 20% of the Amish here in Lancaster County are still in farming.
20.
But they make up 80% of the farmers here in Lancaster County.
So what's the other 80%?
They have a lot of them do building homes, roofing, siding,
Carpentry.
woodworking shops, welding shops, things like that. Now the black and white cows that you see driving around,
Mhm.
they give off 9 gallons of milk per day per cow.
Whoa!
And the milk
Oh.
from this area mostly goes to Land and Lakes for their butter
Uh-huh.
and to Hershey for their chocolate.
Hershey's in Pennsylvania. No.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's only
Pennsylvania.
about 30 miles away.
Oh.
And with all the dairy cows, corn is the biggest acreage crop grown here in Lancaster County. The big silos up by the barns. It takes about 10 acres of corn to fill one of those silos.
Wow.
Really? 10 acres?
10 acres, yep. And they also grow alfalfa, which is a high protein hay.
Uh-huh.
And the two biggest cash crops are soybeans and tobacco.
Whoa. We haven't seen tobacco yet.
Yeah, they don't have it planted yet.
Uh-huh.
Big time too. Kaya they have nice houses eh.
Yes.
Because they
So,
send
you know,
it to Land
farming
Lakes.
is a very productive
And
and
Hershey's.
probably
There are a few farmers that, even though when you go to the store, the price of milk goes up, well, there's a few farmers that got out of milking part of farming because what they give the farmers a few years back, that price went down. So, a few of them decided to get out of milking.
So they don't milk the cows? Those that decide?
The one that got out of milking,
Yeah.
no, they don't. Like the farm we're going to, it used to be a dairy farm. But when they dropped the price that they gave the farmers, he said, well, fine, then I'm getting out of milking. He raises beef cattle now, which is a lot easier because you don't have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to milk them suckers. You just have to make sure you get hay in front of them, feed, and grass, and let them go.
That's right.
Will the horse slow down when there's a
We're
car?
running out of gas.
You need to juice it.
Tired?
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
nah. Now that path going up in front of my horse and the other one coming down the other side of the road. A lot of people just assume that that's from the cars dripping different fluids on the road. But actually what that's from, it's from the horse's shoes. They have spikes on the bottom of their shoes to keep them from slipping, and it just chisels out a path.
Oh.
And their hooves are like our fingernails, they just constantly grow. So about every 8 to 10 weeks they have to go to the blacksmith. And if the shoes haven't fallen off, the blacksmith will take their shoes off, they'll trim the hooves back, touch up the borium tips, and nail the shoes back on. So it's kind of like the horses get a pedicure every 8 to 10 weeks.
Podiatry.
That's right.
Pedicure.
The spikes don't hurt them?
Oh no, because they put it into the dead part of their hooves. Now, in October and November are busy wedding months for the Amish.
Oh, wow.
And when you go to an Amish wedding, they're on a Tuesday or Thursday, and it's by invitation only. The ceremonies are always held at the bride's parents' home,
Oh.
and they can last up to 3 hours in length because there's 3 different ministers that speak at the wedding.
Wow.
And then there's a meal provided afterwards. Now, the one big difference between the Amish weddings and the English weddings is that you do not take a wedding present to an Amish wedding. But you sign a guest book, and if you're the first family to sign that guest book, you know to expect the newlyweds that Friday for dinner.
Oh, wow.
They show up, you have dinner, after the meal is over with, the family presents the newlyweds with the wedding gift.
Oh, that's the time you give.
Yep. And then later on that evening, they'll get back in their carriage, they'll go to the second family
Oh my
that
God.
signed the guest book.
Oh.
They'll spend the night there, have breakfast with them. Late
Wow.
morning, they go to the third.
Oh my
Then they
God.
come to every house.
Yeah, and they do that up until Sunday evening. That way the husband can come home, get ready for work on Monday, and the wife puts the guest book away until that Friday.
Uh-huh.
And when they've gone and visited every family that was at the wedding, they've got all their wedding gifts gathered up and their honeymoon is over.
Oh.
So where our honeymoons last a week, their honeymoons can last several months.
Depending on the guest.
Huh?
Depending on the guest list.
Yeah, they can have, there's anywhere from 30 to 60 families per.
Wow.
So they can visit that. 30
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah.
Okay na. That's the time you pray, you give your gift. When they come visit your house.
Oh, she has light.
So when you go to a wedding, some families go to 2 weddings per day. So you got to write down what number you are and what couple.
Oh, so you be prepared with the
Yeah.
house and the food
Yep.
and your gift.
Why only in October and November?
Because it's a slower time on the farm. And over the winter, there's not as much to do out in the fields and that.
Mhm.
So the couple has time to do their honeymoon. Yeah. Now, if you ever heard of the Dottie's house, the back porch section of this house, that's where the parents live. The middle front section is where the last son to get married lives with his expanding family. So it's kind of like the nursing home for the old folks.
We're nurses, that's why we know nursing homes.
So there's like how many? 2, 3 families in one
2.
house?
2.
2 families.
Yeah, it's the parents that the house is together, but they're separate. You know, like
Kaya
they want to
pala
go see each
extension.
other, they have to go out their front porch
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and go to their son's house.
Oh.
But
What if
it's
you
on the
have
same
like
roof.
3 sons?
The other 2 marry and
Uh-huh.
get their place.
Oh.
Oh, they move out.
Yeah.
So there's always one son that stays with the parents.
The last son to get married. Yep.
That's
So
the last song.
you better get married first so you can get out.
If you don't get along with your parents, yeah.
You can get out.
If you love your parents, then you want to make sure you're the last son.
Oh.
To marry.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So if you're a woman, you go to your husband's house.
Yes.
Oh, so that's expected. That's why the houses is long here.
Yeah.
Oh, they have power?
No, they don't have power. That could be air.
Aw.
Oh, there's
They like volleyball.
Oh, so we're touring over here.
This is the farm.
This is the farm tour.
Ooh.
Where can we get fertilizer?
There's a lot.
There's some piled up down at our down by the barn.
Oh, kiss.
Okay, children,
We go out?
Yeah.
hold on a second. Let me get my motor tied.
I saw that there was like a bag under the horses.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a bag.
They said that when they poop,
Gabby.
so that you won't scatter the poop
Okay, now you
on
can
the
come
road.
Oh, come out.
Get your foot on here, okay?
We need some fertilizer.
Now this thing
Saan daw to
doesn't
tumakbo ang
have
fertilizer?
parking. This thing doesn't have a parking gear like a car. So there's air coming out.
Wow.
Tour.
You
You
good?
get that? Getting it? Good, you had it. You had it.
Come on. Go over in the other side. Gabby, whenever you do, whenever you do, use this thing, use this. See this? See this? Okay. That's how you do it. And then go down.
I did it.
So now you know what to do next time.
good job.
Okay, we're gonna go up here to the top of the barn.
Who owns this farm?
The one driver that's getting ready to leave, he's the grandpa of the farm.
Oh, the one by the highway over there?
No, the
Oh.
one, you'll see him coming up to that wagon.
I'm
Okay.
guessing this is poop.
Now, this barn was built back in the early 1800s.
Wow.
Still.
You can see the tongue and groove connections, and there's no nails. They're wooden pegs.
Oh, this one.
Yes, I see.
You can see them up there.
Yep.
Where the tongue and groove connects. Now, all these machines in here come from Amish welding shops. And
Oh.
you can see that they do have motors on them. They're gas motors, but they're pulled by horses, so that's
Oh.
allowed. Yep. Those little bales over there, those are the alfalfa. Yeah, over here.
Did you say alfalfa is...
It's a high protein, yeah. Hey, Auntie. Just say, hey, Dad. I'm working on getting a date set with his son.
That's good.
So once in a while, I'll catch him off guard and I'll say, hey, Dad. And he knows exactly what I mean. But
Very good.
I guess I'm it for the farm then.
Pegs lang
But-
muna, no? Wala pang metals.
Yeah, no nails. Yep.
These are what you feed the horses?
That is straw. That, like, they would go and pull corn cob off. Some of the corn that is planted for bedding.
Oh, this is used for
That
bedding.
is bedding.
So
Yeah,
this is
that is.
fertilizer.
You see how that is a
Compact.
lot yellower than
Uh-huh.
that over there?
This is like
That's how you tell the difference.
What's bedding?
So that's the
no,
old
for,
one.
That's
soil.
straw.
The straw.
That's like shredded up corn stalks.
And
Mhm.
this one?
This is alfalfa. That's what they get 5 to 7 cuttings off of.
Where?
This one, Gabby, the bales
So
of
that's the
alfalfa.
bed for corns.
Yes.
That one?
Fed for horses, cows.
Uh-huh.
No.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna get down below. Oh, also those sticks sticking up on the rafters, they used to hang tobacco in here.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, Now, not all the farmers plant tobacco because
No.
ever since
Those,
the
pegs.
anti-smoking kick,
Uh-huh.
they don't grow as much tobacco.
Oh.
But, well, they can smoke pipes and cigars. They don't smoke cigarettes because of the warning on the side of the label.
Ay,
Gabby.
kaya pala umihi.
See, Gabby? That's how he pees.
Now, this is what they hook the horses up to when they work out in the field. Right now, this is set up for 3 horses on each side.
Oh, wow.
Because this is one connection to a horse. Here's another one, and here's another one. So that means they can have 3 horses on that side, 3 horses on this side.
And then how long is the...
This is it.
That's it?
But with this here,
Mm-hmm.
the equipment that they have up there, they just back into, drop a pin down through,
Mm.
and they can hook up to anything.
Wow.
Now, does anybody know, can guess what this is?
A bicycle?
A bicycle.
That's a brake?
A bicycle.
No.
A brake, I can believe.
Okay. Probably this is your steering wheel.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
yes.
the steering wheel. Yep. See,
Yep.
lift this up if you can.
Yep.
And that's what turns.
Yep.
You
Yep.
go right and left.
Yes.
But you choose, you look. That does not count.
No, I've seen over here that there's like a rod.
Careful, love.
There is a machine, okay, that they have under here. Now, they have a big rubber belt going from a wheel on the machine to the wheel on the tractor. And they'll put it under here. That machine, they'll throw stalks of corn on. And as it gets sucked up, it chops it up to 3/4 of an inch.
Oh.
And then the tractor's force gets it to go the whole way up to the top. Okay, so when it's empty, when they start filling corn up, it goes up through that tube, into the silo and drops. And then it compacts as it fills up. That's how this could fill 10 acres
Wow.
of corn. Over here on this side, that little bubble,
Yeah.
when they need the silo, or silage, somebody has to climb the whole way to the top where it's full, throw the silage down, and then crawl back down through. There's a ladder inside that has iron bars that they climb up and down. Periodically, they have wooden doors.
Oh.
So that as it empties out, they don't have to climb the whole way up to the top. So, and then when it gets empty, they put the wooden doors back in so that they're ready to fill it for the next season. Yeah. I think it was people looking up there one time, and you see how that